Sorry, बता नहीं सकते.
चलो चलो पहले जोई लो.
Germany में keep silent.
Okay? Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, then before I start, I will say a very good afternoon to you all. Welcome here in the Black Forest. Thank you. My name is Eric, and explain you a little bit how we make the clocks, and especially the cuckoo clock. Well, I think you already saw a lot of cuckoo clocks in Switzerland. They're actually all made here. So what we do in this part of Germany, we make more or less for the whole world the cuckoo clocks. A little bit cheaper here than in Switzerland, because in Switzerland everything is expensive. Well, before I explain you how we make this big one here, I will start with a little bit history. I will start by the first clock made here. That is what you see here. A very simple clock, just a wooden clock made around 1640. And so you see it's just wood. Even inside also, 3 wooden clock wheels, no battery inside, mechanical movement. So the power actually for this clock is this big rock. Yeah, the rock goes slowly down. Before the rock is on the floor, you have to pull them up to the top. If you don't pull them up, the rock comes on the floor, then the clock stops. Yeah? Also by cuckoo clocks, so don't forget when you see later on the cuckoo clocks with the metal weights, that means mechanical clocks, that means also the weights are going down. If you see the small weights, you have to pull up every day. If you see the very big ones, you have to pull up once a week. Yeah? The first clock from 1640 has also only one hand. It tells you only the hour, no minutes. It means sometimes you have to do a little bit guessing for the time. Now it's simple, it stands on the 12, so it's 12 o'clock. Yeah? When the hand goes further to the 1, then it's 1 o'clock, and so on. Between you see a point, that means it's half, but now you have to do a little bit guessing, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, or maybe 10 minutes past. No sound in this clock, no cuckoo, no music, simple, a wooden clock. So the next generation, that is what we have here, these light clocks here, these are the classical Black Forest clocks. We call it here the clock with a painted face. It's a wooden front, normal weights, a normal pendulum, and even 2 hands for the minute and 1 for the hour. This is a special one, you can see there on the top, our Black Forest edition. Bad luck for the men in the Black Forest, you have to work here. Behind the man stands the lady. Yeah? If you're not working hard enough, then you have to... And now it's going to be 5 o'clock, so she hits him 5 times. Maybe the same as in India and over there. This is special for the ladies if you want to try. This is the real one. Yeah. And we have also something big. The painted face clocks are actually older than cuckoo clocks. They were made around 1720, and around 1860 the first cuckoo clock, that is what we have here. And that is the railway station clock we call here. And of course inside the cuckoo clock. The cuckoo bird, sorry. The bird tells you always the time, so if it is 10 o'clock you have 10 times, 5 o'clock 5, 6 o'clock 6. And don't forget, when it is half, you have for 1 time the cuckoo. Okay. Well, and here we have a very big one. To make something big like this, you need a little bit of time, between 6 and 9 weeks to make one big one. The wood is linden wood, what you call it here. In India you call it lime wood, it's very soft wood. And the decorations are doing by the farmers in this area. We do it here in the winter, because in the winter we have a lot of snow. A little bit quiet in the back, please. And that's why in the winter time there is nothing to do here. So, and then simple, for a little bit extra money in the winter, they make their parts for the cuckoo clocks. Well, I'll show you a little bit how it looks. This is the casing that's plywood doing in the factory by machine. This is one of the fronts. It comes like this on the clock. And then I have here a nice top with a cuckoo bird. And so you see a cuckoo clock. Well, and then inside the cuckoo clock the movement, and that is what we have here. There are 4 different kinds of movements for the cuckoo clocks, and the movements are made in TDCs about 5-6 miles from here. And this smallest movement on the right side is for a 1-day clock, so every day you have to pull the weights up. The next one is for a weekly one. This is also daily, the other one is weekly, but these two has a disc on the top, and on this disc we put a dancing people. Yeah? That means these are for the clocks with cuckoo and music, and the other ones have no music, just only cuckoo. The only part what is Swiss made is the music box. This is this part. It comes from Switzerland. Yeah? Here on this roll you have the music, 2 different songs, Edelweiss, Happy Wonder. Yeah? Now let you hear the sound when I turn the roll, and then you hear nothing. Because the trick with a music box is you have to put them always on a piece of wood. And now we do it again.
Oh.
Yeah? So if you have no wood on your music box, you hear nothing. Yeah? You can also make a trick at home, for instance, if you have a music box. If you have some family, for instance, you put a music box on his head and you turn, and you hear music, then you know there's a little bit wood inside. That's the cuckoo bird inside the clock. Even a wooden clock, a wooden bird also. This one is, you don't have the feed this clock, this cuckoo bird of course, and he won't fly away. And the sound of the cuckoo are made by 2 bellows.
Oh.
A simple 2 pipes, actually the air goes in and comes out.
Wow, super.
That's a big clock, a big cuckoo. And if you have a small cuckoo clock, you have tiny bellows and a baby bird. So the bigger the clock, the deeper the sound. The first bellows were made of goatskin, but after a while it's finished. And nowadays it's a combination of nylon with cotton. It lasts for about 40-50 years. Yeah?
No.
We give you 2 years full guarantee on the whole clock, and we have even service in India for you. We have now in the moment 2, there are coming more, but we have 2, one in Mumbai and one in Bangalore. So if you have problem with the clock, make contact with the guy, and in the 2 years it costs you nothing. Don't forget, when you see later on the cuckoo clocks on the wall, they're just for display. We have new ones already packed for you, tested and well, in a nice box, a hard box. But for the transport we have locked some items. The bellows are locked with a clip, just like this. That means from here to your place you hear no sound. Yeah? Every cuckoo clock has a door on the back. When you open that, you have left and right the bellows. On the clips you can pull out, so simply remove the clip and then the sound. So if you don't remove, no cuckoo. Yeah? It's very good if you buy a cuckoo clock, for instance, and you have in a nice bag from us, you're on the airport, you hear no cuckoo cuckoo. Yeah? So finally the weights, and that is the heaviest part for the clock. It's metal. If you see the small weights are the 1-day clocks, so the weights are going down. Before they're reaching the floor, pull up daily. And if you see the big ones, you have to pull up once a week. So 1 day or 1 week clocks. Well, we have clocks with 2 and the 3 weights.